Hey there, everybody in the FFBE Global Facebook group, and hello to everybody who sees this video on YouTube as well. Welcome to an episode of Ask an Old Mog, where we take questions from the global Facebook group, try and answer them in a visual way. That way people can get an understanding of what's going on in this sometimes complicated game, and have some fun playing it, use your resources differently, learn mechanics and things like that. Every so often, the game does an update that kind of like throws people for a loop. And gets people a little confused about how certain things work. And so it's always useful to try and talk about those things when they happen, because we no doubt see a lot of questions about it in the global Facebook group. And to this past couple weeks has been a really good example of that. And that is the panel quests. So every so often the panel quests get updated, and there's like new ones to do, and people get confused about how to access some of the stuff that's in it. And so I thought we'd spend a little bit of time talking about what that means and what that looks like. So as you can see on the right hand side of my screen, I've got the panel. I'm going to show you it in live action in just a moment, but that's kind of the current panel. This is the last one that's there, and notice you've got kind of like a tic-tac-toe thing, and there's like quests for each one of the squares that you have to complete. And on mine it says claimed over a bunch of them, because I have actually kind of gone through and claimed a bunch of the rewards. But here's our question: why can't I access the next panel board? This is one that comes up a lot because, unfortunately, the user interface for this is not very streamlined and efficient. I'm not really sure why they thought the way that it's designed would be a good idea, but it is what it is. This is what we're stuck with. But the short answer to this is basically, in order to move from one panel to the next, you do have to complete all the challenges in it, as well as collect all the rewards. Notice on my screen, the one in the middle has not been collected yet, and then there's also that little part that says board complete. So I have not moved on from this to the next one. Before I dig into how you collect all those, I want to talk a little bit about the challenges that are on the current panels right now, and give you some ideas about how you can accomplish them very quickly. So one of the challenges is to awaken Neovision's units from EX or up to EX plus 1 or above. In some cases, EX plus 2 or above. And you can easily accomplish this if you just use a bunch of Neovision Awakened units. No doubt you have a bunch of EX coins and some random copies of units that can become Neovision Awakens. Definitely just use those. Don't bother just awakening random Neovision units that you have to EX plus 1 or better. Use NVAs, because the NVAs count for this. For example, Supreme Deva Axstar, who just came out today, really good opportunity to make a good unit and complete some of these quests, okay? The next one is to perform X number of summons. You can definitely do this with box summons, friend point summons, arena ticket summons. Don't just go throwing tickets and Lapis at banners just to accomplish this task. Definitely use your free stuff. Don't use your tickets on something random that you don't really want. I mean, maybe you do. If you want to throw tickets at like the current Tyvis banner, go ahead. But you might just be better off saving your Lapis and saving your tickets on something else that you maybe really want, and just using your free resources to get this done. Clear a quest with a unit with X plus total attack, magic, defense, or spirit. Some of these are like 6,000, some of these are like 12,000. But modern day units really handle this really well. Between leader skills and the way unit stats have gone up and the way the Clash of Wills gear exists, it's gotten much easier to complete these kinds of quests. So just bring a really modern unit, bring your best stuff. It's not too hard. Just take them on a quest and then you have won it, basically. The two that are the most challenging, I would say, are to clear the level Braska's Final Aeon, which you can find in the Vortex, in the series boss battle section. It's very easy to do this with modern day units, especially if you just have like really strong friend units. They can pretty much just kill this on turn 1 without even doing anything. The harder one is going to be to clear Safer Sephiroth EXT. This one might take some time depending on what units you have available to you, but the rewards for doing it are really good. So you see on my screen where it says clear Safer Sephiroth EXT 1 out of 1. I have not collected that ticket yet, or at least when I recorded this I had not collected it, but that's a very nice ticket. It's a curated Neovision's guaranteed summon ticket. When I threw that ticket, I happened to get a Wondrous Flash Lightning. So it's a really nice ticket that you could get a potentially good unit out of. Definitely want to grab this as soon as you can and use it. And then in addition to that, you know, for every layer of the tic-tac-toe, every line that you complete, you unlock more rewards across the bottom. And you can see where it says board completed 2000. That is definitely something that you can get. But if you collect that 2000 and then you collect clear safe for Sephiroth, you might think, why can't I move on to the next thing? Well, for one, there are no panels past that. But maybe you're stuck on the one that's before this, and you just can't move on to the one that I'm looking at right now on my screen. So I'm going to show you a video of why you can't do that. But the important thing to note is you do just have to complete everything, right? You just complete all the quests, collect all the rewards, and to do that, you are going to have to swipe your finger across the bottom to see the ones that are kind of hidden behind the screen's interface. Here's what that looks like. See, you swipe over, and then there's all these other rewards that you have to collect in order to move on. So you're going to swipe over, and you're going to collect one at a time, and it always resets. You have to swipe over again, and collect it again, and swipe over again, and collect it again, and swipe over again, and collect it again, and then collect the middle one, and then collect your board complete after you've completed everything else. And then it'll say all panels complete. And you'll be all done with the panel quests for the current season. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So just go in there and complete all your quests and then collect all your rewards, and then you're done. And as easy as that sounds, like, it's really easy to miss it, like, because you have to swipe all the way over, and it doesn't visually look like that you even can. But sure enough, you can just swipe over and collect all the rewards. And we get more questions about this than you might think. I don't think it's that silly because they did not do a good job designing this, in my opinion. But there it is. Definitely go get all of your rewards. That way you can maybe start saving up for something else that you want, or get these free tickets and get something good out of it. Go wild. If you've got a question that you want to see in another episode, a future episode, episode 100, let me know in the questions below or the comments below. Ask a question on Facebook, ask a question on YouTube, and we'll try and answer it as best we can. But in the meantime, be good to each other, take care, collect all these panel rewards, and enjoy your free tickets.